All right, man. Y'all, welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast. Every Wednesday, man, lock your spot in. Lock your spot. Yeah, lock your spot. Wednesdays at 8:30, man. Y'all tune in. Go over there to YouTube, subscribe, like, and share the post over there so that we can get this algorithm up, as they call it. But, man, we have a great topic tonight, man. It's all about logical versus emotional decision making, man. A lot of times, man, we have people, mostly they say women use more of their emotions to make decisions. Men use more logic. They want to know the facts. They want to know what happened, how did it happen, and, But I see that in women as well. So it's like, a 50-50 thing that I can say that men and women have both a logical and emotional thought process going on. But, man, tonight we're going to get some good information on that topic, man, and try to make a better lifestyle, better understanding on what's going on. All right. You got Mr. Spock in the building. We got Coach KD and we got Mr. Michael, man. Well, Mr. Michael just went out, but he'll be back. He's trying to get that internet working. You know how that go. Yeah. So, hey, man, Mr. Spock, what you got going on for this content tonight, brother?
Man, hope everyone's having a great day per usual. It's wonderful. Grace has been a living, not forsaken. You heard me? But I'm loving the topic, man. It kind of goes along with everything that's going on now, logical versus emotional, even with this whole presidency. I mean, it was logical for your boy to go ahead and retire and pass the torch, but it's taking a toll on a bunch of people emotionally because Joe's a good person, but we need a good and strong person to run the country if we're going to have a president, right? So, yeah, like I said, I love the topic. We're going to get more into it. What you got down there, Coach?
What's up? Good evening. It's truly wonderful to be in the land of the living, man. I'm so glad about it. I'm glad I am here. I'm glad to be a part of this panel. Today we are talking about logical and emotional decision making, and it comes up every day. You got to make a decision every day. You got to decide every day, and I decide to live the day. I'm not going to be in my emotions too much, but oftentimes it comes up. Oftentimes how you feel will be a part of your daily life, and sometimes it's challenging to just push it to the side or push it away. So when we're making these decisions in our day in and day out lives, we want to be logical in most aspects, but then oftentimes they're not. We may get in that emotion, but it's not. I don't think I would want you to dwell in it. Dwelling in that emotion could affect your decision making a lot. But sometimes we'll see as we go along tonight. Yeah. Sometimes you may want to have an emotional thought in some of that decision. That's where I'm gonna go with it. What you got, Mike?
Well, fellas, glad I made it. Good evening, everybody. No, I barely made it, to be honest, but I'm here. What do we say? Emotional versus logical judgments. Thing is, every day we're all emotional in some kind of way. It's not always an emotional decision that we make, but we have emotional moments throughout the day, throughout our life. The thing is, when we get emotional, we have to really stop, take a breath, and get back to logic. Making a logical decision is an educated decision. Just working on emotions will land you in trouble more times than not. So that's where I'm at with it.
That show's kind of like marriage.
Yeah.
Absolutely like marriage.
Yeah, because emotionally it sounds great. Logically, what is it going to cost me in the long run?
I ain't trying to discourage nobody. I ain't making no comments.
I'll make one. It's all good. It get rough, but it's fair. Baby. To wake up to them good meals and that in-house, all that. It's good. Hey. Don't run from
man. I've heard from some of the experts that marriage is like a business, and if you don't go into it with the business mindset, it won't last long, man.
Partnership.
So that's what I believe into it. If you're not going into it logically thinking, it won't last. Because a lot of people love that idea of marriage or a big wedding and all of that, but logically, it doesn't make sense to have all of that just to be emotional throughout the whole relationship and then to see where it'll go, So sometimes we do have to make logical decisions on something as major as marriage. It can't always be, oh, I love this person, I love that person. How do these people benefit you? What kind of value do they bring to your life? You know what I'm saying? And value is not just about the simple things. It's about longevity. It's about it's about how we're gonna complement each other in 20 years from now. So certain things like that, man. But I like that. I like that part of it, though, man.
It's not always monetary or what you can do. Is what you add. What you add to me. That's how I think about it. And also, that's why it's imperative that you go through some sort of counseling before you do it. If you don't counsel, we fail to seek this professional help a lot of times, man. I truly believe if my wife and I would have never got counseling before marriage, we'd have been lost, man. Because some things came to you have that conversation with that mate when you're dating. You talk about, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then when you counsel, you have a mediator, and sometimes you may not agree on some things, and you can come to an agreement or a conclusion of how you want to move forward in certain aspects. And always down to insurance, man. What type of insurance you want to have?
Right.
Do you want to file together? Do you want to file taxes together, or do you want to file separate? A lot of things you got to talk about. How many days you gonna cook a week?
Right.
How many days we gonna? How do you foresee us making love? Do you think it's only gonna be one day a week, or are you down with 3-4 days?
Say, man, if you got to schedule love making, I think that's a problem.
But you got to hear it, because sometimes they might not be with it. You ain't scheduling it. You having an idea. Okay. Ideally, logically, she ain't gonna want to do it 5 times a week.
Well, emotionally, I have to get over it because.
Well, it'll be. Yeah. Go ahead.
What say, Spock?
Now I said, well, emotionally, she's gonna have to deal with it, because if she don't, then logically, I know somewhere I can go.
Don't go holler at them lot lizards now.
Oh no.
No, but I get it.
Oh man, y'all out of control.
It boils down to communication. It boils down to conversation and communication, man. Like, are we thinking logically on how we want to move forward, or are we just loving on each other? We just living on love, and I think that's going to be challenging to do. That could be a whole nother topic another day, though. What's driving us?
But most of our daily thoughts are emotional thoughts anyway, man. Am I going to eat properly today? Am I exercising? Those are emotional thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So that way you can, go through your life, your day-to-day with some emotional. Now, logically, am I going to buy this car, or am I going to buy the truck, or am I going to buy this house or that house? Those are logical thoughts, because you got to look at the pros and the cons. You got to look at, the ups and the downs of it. But but most of our day-to-day thoughts are emotional, man. And it's just the fact that don't be too emotional about your thoughts to where you start crying and, oh, they don't love me. You become a victim. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that become victims in their emotional thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta watch them kind of narcissistic people, because it's some narcissistic. Y'all know what I'm saying. I can't even say it right. Narcissistic people, man. who look at you, it's your fault. It's your fault we doing this. And it's like, man, if you can't control your own emotions, that is not a problem that I need to be trying to fix, because I can't fix it. I can only try to give you a logical answer and try to give you some logical advice, but I can't fix your emotional issues. Yeah. That's why Cat Williams say it's called self-esteem, baby. It's self-esteem, not our esteem. Yeah, you gotta fix that.
I was looking at this guy on Overtime Philosophy. He said logical judgment is based on reason, evidence, and data. Yeah. So reason, evidence, and data, like tangible. And emotional judgment relies on feelings, values, and intuition. When I saw that, I was like, man, that's right on point right there. We got to understand the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I feel that it's good to have both of them. You just have to learn when to use them. Like, you all know that my fiance is a scientist. Being a scientist, we already know she's a logical thinker. You can't deal with emotion when it comes to science, when it comes to facts or doing this or doing that. Myself being a cell, I like to lead with logic, but I mean, Zig Ziglar said people, they buy with logic. Well, they buy logically, but they express, or they buy logically, but then they, explain it to their spouse emotionally. So like you can sell logic and explain emotion. So I mean, like I said, you just need to know when to do it at.
Like I got what you said right there. I got something for that. I got something. This happened recently, so it was logical for me to buy an e-bike because I save on gas, right? And my job like 8 miles away. It was logical for me to do that because I'm saving on gas. I could get some exercise, buy an e-bike. That was logical for me to do. But when I had to tell my wife, it got emotional because I had to spend some money. I ain't talking to her about it. That's how the marriage life goes sometimes, man. When you make those decisions, you think you're making it logically, but then it's time to explain. It's all emotions all over everywhere, man.
But you got to explain it logically. Even though women don't understand it logically, you still have to explain it to them in a logical form. Make them see it the way you saw it.
Mike, we gonna say some women. We don't want to offend nobody.
Yeah.
Hey, I definitely.
But you know what,
man. They'll get emotional.
It still boils down to if you communicated it or not, though. That's all. It's still gonna go back to that. Mm-hmm. But how are you communicating? Are you communicating with are you letting your emotions drive you? Or are you thinking about the data and the evidence?
You know what? It's actually the way things go. It's just the natural process of life, I guess you could say. Because men usually think more logical than women. There's always going to be that conflict. Because we'll think of something and we can try to explain it logically, but they're still going to receive it through their emotions. So there's always going to be that conflict comes to the two.
But see, that's what doing self-awareness, self-development comes in, because if you're not tapped into your source, you wouldn't be able to explain it logically. You would go right off of the emotions that they're trying to feed you, So it's like a lot of times we have to learn how to not react, but digest the words and then respond in a logical manner, because the more emotionally the conversation gets, it's never going to go anywhere. It's never going to be, then you're going to see one side be like, oh, you don't listen to me, this and that. But we don't understand that because we didn't see that in our household. We didn't grow up with those type of values of knowing the difference between logical thinking and emotional feeling, doing things out of your emotions. So it's like we have to learn now from this day forward, this has to be your lowest level. You know what I'm saying? If this is not your lowest level, then you're in the wrong game. You know what I'm saying? Because every day you should be inspired or aspired to want greater for yourself or want greater for your partner. But if they are emotional wreck and they can't understand what's going on with you, it means y'all are not going to be. And then even with business partners, even with people that in your day-to-day lives. So it's not just your spouse or your mate, it's everything and everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we do have to learn these things, man, learn these words and learn the meanings of these words so that we can express ourselves in manners that benefits the person that we're talking to. How much value you're going to bring to that person that you're talking to. If you can't sit and have a conversation with somebody, that means your emotions are running crazy in your head. And then you're overthinking. Then you starting to create scenarios in your mind that ain't even true. Yeah. Because you don't know what that other person is thinking. You know what I'm saying? You just become so emotional to where, oh yeah, I know that motherfucker doing this and you out there doing this. Like, you don't know what's going on with that person. And then if you tell them the truth, oh, you lying. It's like, hey, you too emotional. You got to pull that back. Woosah. Breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's it.
But it happens though, man. Yeah, it really does happen on a day-to-day basis that we know. If you start really paying attention to the people you talk to and you start paying attention to you around, you're going to see so much emotion in people to where it's going to be like, damn, bro, you all right? You need a hug, nigga? You get man, somebody get that boy a hug, man. Get that boy a hug, man. He need a hug. It's like, say, man. Because that's the problem right now, man. I feel like with a lot of men who call themselves men, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you're doing too much emotional business and you're doing too much emotional, reactions. Your reactions are way out of bounds. Mm-hmm. And like I had this one partner, man, he used to say, man, you've been best friends since the 7th grade, or I've been knowing him since the 7th grade. That's my partner, we tight. And then you find out, oh, somebody hollering at this chick that you like now, you don't even want to talk to nobody no more. Like, bro, what you doing? What happened to you? Is that your wife? Is that your girl? Is y'all even going together? It's like you like
true story, partner. That sounds like a true story.
That's a true story, man. That is a true story, brother. I'm telling you. Man, I done seen so many dudes, man. It'd be crazy, bro. I done seen some dudes, they swear they player, they up and down player, but as soon as you touch one of their side chicks, it ain't even their main chick. You touch one of their side, oh, nigga, you tripping, fool. It's like, bro, why are you coming to me about a side thing? Not me per se, y'all. Not me per se, but I'm talking about the scenarios that I've lived around, that I've experienced. And it's like, oh, how you gonna even be mad at that dude for hollering at a chick that's not even your wife? You married already. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes done got so emotional in everything that they do. Everything has to be dramatic. You act like you're a teenager or a 20-year-old with all of that emotion off into a somebody that's not even yours. Yeah. But hey, man, what can you do?
But why is emotional thinking or the emotional part always associated with like something negative or anger? Why is it always seemed wrong? Because there are times when emotional thinking leads to greatness. Like if you have a love or a passion for something, that's my feeling, and I follow my dream, it turned out all right, So
Right.
it's not always bad,
We're not saying that.
No.
Once again, you just got to watch when you use it, because you can't be in the streets and be emotional. There's no such thing as an emotional gangster.
Right.
So you can sit up there and go to war with 63rd. Oh man, he a good guy. No. So you just need to turn it on and turn it off.
Right.
Like there's
right
time.
Yeah.
I can be an emotional chef. I can't sit out there and be like, oh man, I'm having a bad day at home. Fuck this food, and send something out, and it could kill somebody because I didn't wash or sanitize or do whatever, because emotionally I'm too much intact with what's going on that I can't even focus with this. Once again, you can't be an emotional gangster. You can be hard. That's cool. I couldn't be hard with a 3-year-old. I can't be a fucking gorilla around my baby like, oh, stop all that crying. No, you can't. You just can't. You can't.
Stop all that crying. Say, boy, we heard that growing up.
Yeah.
You better cut that crying out before I give you something to cry about. It's like, man, I can't even express myself really. I'm 5. I'm 5 years old. I can't even cry no more. Damn.
5 years old, pressing out behind the job.
Hey, now they doing.
Boy, that black household, growing up in that black household is a beast, man. You had to be the toughest person, the toughest 3-year-old in the world, man.
You going to school with a briefcase.
And that carries on into your adult life.
Yeah.
But that's why you see people, man, nowadays not knowing how to communicate properly, because we wasn't taught the logical and emotional differences in these conversations that we have with one another. We wasn't showed how to control your emotions. We wasn't showed how to be emotionally intelligent. We was always showed how to react. This is how you react when this happens. Nobody sat us down and said, hey, now bring it back together, calm down. Now let's have a conversation about it. And not just a shouting match or a back and forth debate about something as minor as, man, you seen that turn? You should have turned right there. I've had whole arguments about, you gonna run every light? Yeah, I'm running every light. We trying to get to where we going. Yeah, you mean? Yeah, my 20s and 30s, man, I was just wild. I ain't care, but yeah, I done had conversations, boy, arguments over some of the pettiest stuff to where it's like, man, now that I sit back and think about it and then became more self-aware, it's like, man, I got to understand this type of thinking, these type of thoughts, because we got to get to a place to where we can't go through every situation with the same character that we were in the last 5. If we're not growing from it, if we're not learning from our mistakes, you're going to keep making the same mistakes. Yeah. And if you're expecting people to be, oh, I did this, so you should do this. It's not how it goes. No, when you do something, you do it from the heart. And you don't worry about getting a repayment. It's like if I give my kids some money, I don't expect them to pay me back, even though they say they're going to do
it. Yeah, you better not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy. Anybody.
Yeah, we're not because your gift or your blessing don't come back from that way. It comes from another way, a way you ain't even expecting. So you do things from the heart, unconditionally. And I find out it works better that way. Because you're genuinely helping someone. You're genuinely being a servant. And that's what I live by today, to be a servant leader. I want to lead by example and serve others, and likewise love others, and allow love to drive me to be better, drive me to be better today, man, because I've been so slop bucket nasty all my life, man. I couldn't get anywhere. I'm like, for real, I couldn't get anywhere, man. And I was stuck and I was stagnant, man. And it got aggravating and it got upsetting, almost depressing, you know, because people, and still to this day, some people still don't deal with me because they think I'm that same person. They haven't spent the time with me.
Would you consider yourself to be more of a logical or an emotional thinker?
Me?
When it comes to the Bible, are you emotional or logical?
Emotional.
Emotional?
Wow.
So you don't think logical when it comes to the Bible?
I do sometimes, but more often than not, I'm thinking emotional because I think about what has transpired in my life, and I feel good about what has happened, and I know, and I feel like he's brought me through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't really delve into the logic, why not? You know, once I think as I grow and I study more, I will. But if you ask me right now,
it can make no sense. But just emotionally, you're attached to what the Bible says because you can identify with it.
Yeah, you can tell me. Man, he ain't walk on water. And I'm going to say, man, I believe he walked on water because what he done for me. And you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So
Coach, he didn't walk on water, Coach. It was a puddle, and they just looked like he was walking on water. He was walking on water, but it was a puddle that was nothing but a half a centimeter, and it was spread out so far that they thought it was You thought he was walking on the ocean. It was a whole field that was about this much water, and it just looked like that, man.
So you know,
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm going to believe it. I'm going to believe it till the day I die. Cause that was
Yeah.
You know, but hey, to each his own. I don't even want to have no whole conversation on it.
No, it wasn't.
Because you ain't gonna sway me. You ain't gonna sway me.
No, I just had one question about it. And
Boy, I'm telling you.
You remember Owen, right?
Hey, Mr. Spock. Hey, you know, I done gave Coach the what's his name? Billy Carson whole portfolio. Coach said, yeah, I hear you. He can say what he wanted to say, but I know what my Bible got in it. I try to get that man all of the facts. He seen the facts. It was logical facts up in there. Coach said, yeah, all right, whatever, man. Hey, Nix, I'm not listening to that foolishness, man.
Yeah, man. That's right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But that's understandable. You know, that's understandable because a lot of times we've called on Jesus and he's gotten us through a lot of things, you know, before you know the real deal, you know. But me, my thought process has always been if he's the son and I'm made of God's image too, and if that's my father, why would I listen to my big brother? You know, I'm going to listen to daddy before I listen to my big brother. You know, that's just my thought process on this whole thing about the book.
Yeah.
I've had that thought process for a long time.
Because he my Abba father. I'm joint heirs with him. He my brother, my family. You know, so it's just where I'm at. Man.
Yeah, it's your brother. I wouldn't call him my. You know, your father. The father was the one who created him. So why would I be idolizing this man when both of our dads created us? It wouldn't make sense for me to idolize my brother like that.
Because they 3-in-1. The God said.
No, they not, brother. No. We gonna read the real book, man. We gotta read the book, man. You gotta dig deep in that book, man.
Okay.
Because you can't say he's the one. Because look at this. Let me ask you this. Just this ain't gonna go too far, Coach. Let me ask you this. If you got all of these other cats who is the same age as Jesus, how is he the Holy and how is he the Trinity? If you got Peter, Paul, and David being locked up, Noah older than him, how is Noah older than Jesus, but everybody go from Jesus? You got to make it make sense to me.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get up no Bible study or nothing, but
everybody don't go from him though. Everybody, that's who we.
but see what I'm saying to you right quick. He had 12 disciples. Right. He wasn't the oldest of the 12 disciples. If he's not the oldest of the 12 disciples, how do we make him the ruler? He's not the oldest of the 12 disciples.
Because he was sent. Because he was sent on earth to come as a human. That's all. You ain't thinking about how I think about it. So, you know.
But, I'm not. I'm thinking more logical. You're thinking more emotional.
Okay. I already told you that. That's it.
We ain't gonna stay on that. Yeah,
right,
I know you told me.
There are times to think logically and there's times to think emotionally. We already said that.
Yeah,
if I keep thinking emotionally, that's what drives me. You know, that's what
you get. Yeah, I understand. I'm not mad at you because that was the household we always raised in. At some point, you know, everybody, parents had sent them through that emotional roller coaster of the Bible. You know, and some people's parents said, "Don't believe that book. That book ain't good for you." You know, so it's definitely that book. You know, that book has a lot of contradictions in it, so we definitely have to question some of the things that we've been taught to. You know, that's been taught to us. So, you know, that's just my thought about it. But a lot of times, we make these logical decisions on who we're going to believe in, what idol we're gonna try to portray growing up. It's like me. I thought I was Michael Jordan growing up when I was playing basketball. Yeah, you couldn't tell me I wasn't Mike. Yeah, I was Mike. I had cut all my hair off in high school and everything. I was bald headed in high school. Wow. Trying to be Mike. You remember the commercial? I wanna be like.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why Mike cut all his hair off. Okay.
Yeah.
Mike. You got Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, you got Mike McEacher. Shit. What else is there?
Oh man. Bad dog.
So when we think about what are the advantages of logical thinking or making a logical decision? What advantages does it give us in our life as we move forward, as we personally and self-develop? How does that logical thinking play a role in our lives, man? Like,
it's usually based on facts, which means you got to get all the facts. You got to study, do research in order to make a logical decision. You can't just come out and say, well, I feel like I'm going to do this today. You got to go, for example, what's the weather going to be like? How far do I have to go? What do I physically have to do in a certain amount of time? Once you figure all that out, you can make a logical decision and then get started. If you work on emotion, like, yo, it's hot out. I don't feel like working. But you still got to get the job done.
And you know, I used to do that. They'll say, okay, it's going to rain today, and then I won't even go. I won't go to work, and then it never even rained. I'd have missed out on money.
Exactly.
I'm like, man, I could have went to work today. Because it was cloudy. It looked cloudy. I ain't go.
Yeah, because, I mean, it rained out here for the past 6 days.
Wow.
Yeah, too.
That's why it's good.
Is Noah building the ark? Is Noah building the ark over there?
No, we all got jet skis.
It rained that many days. Noah better be building the ark, man. I'm telling you, going down.
We all prepared. We all got jet skis out here this time.
He got some jet skis. It is, man. That's too funny. But man, a lot of times we live by who we say we once were, and we take that emotional roller coaster and try to fit it into a new program, and then try to wonder why, oh man, don't nobody get me. Ain't nobody understanding me, because you're taking an old program and trying to put it into a new hard drive. You know what I'm saying? That you got to update the software. It's like they say Facebook, they tell you to update. It's like anything in all the apps in your phone, it tells you to update. So if you're not updating, you're going to still live in that emotional roller coaster to where nobody's going to ever understand you. Nobody's going to get you because you don't get you. You haven't did the self-development. You haven't did the self-awareness test. You know, like what triggers me? And then once you find out why somebody else could trigger you, that's where you need to go to and figure out, why do I allow somebody else to trigger me? Because that person, their actions has nothing to do with you. That's what they decided on. That's how they decided to live, or that's how they decided to respond. So we got to be logical when we see people blaming you for a situation that they could have controlled themselves.
Wow.
You know, if they would have thought logically about it.
Yeah. And I like that you said that. It reminds me of something that TDJ said. He said you can have a new car, but if you put the same old driver in there, you're gonna have the same old experience.
Wow.
The same experience.
And then Pastor Jay-Z said, "What you eat don't make me shit." So it's like it's a win-win.
Yeah, man. So we do have to start bringing awareness to more logical thinking. I feel because of the society that we live in now, is super fast. Everything is instant. That's why it's called Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to realize that this world that we live in, it can't be instant. Now, logically thinking, you know how to separate the two. But a lot of people take Facebook for face value. Oh, they said it on Facebook, and that's what it is. It's like, nah, that's not what it is. That's what one person's opinion is, who's trying to get a bunch of views. So they're going to cater to a woman saying that, all women need to be taken care of, you know, and then one woman going to take it and run with it. So you got another woman over here saying, oh, we can go 50-50. Now you're going to have that group of women running with that story. So we have to understand that Facebook is just Facebook, man. It's like a rap song. It's just a rap song for that person who lived it. That's not for you. That's for you to take education from it. You can take bits and pieces, but don't be taking the whole thing and thinking that this is what the hell it is. And it's not, because you didn't do no logical thinking. You went off of your emotions on that.
Yeah, Facebook worse than Wikipedia.
And emotional thoughts sometimes can ruin a relationship, can ruin your opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen women speak too fast, not even understanding that man intentions on, you know, giving her the world, or giving her a cruise somewhere, or taking her on a trip or whatever. But she came in with the, man, why you doing it? Why you at? Where you been? And da 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 da. And it's like, dude said, nah, I mean, let me keep my bread in my pocket, because if we going through this now, I know. He took a logical thought and said, nah, I know when we get on this cruise, there's definitely going to be some drama.
That's it.
Show her ass.
Why are you talking to them people? A lot of people so sheltered that they don't even, when they get a person who is communicative, you know, who communicates with everybody, they looking at you like, shit, this nigga here, oh, he just talking to everybody. Like, nah, we in a public place and we all having a good time, you know.
Yeah.
So if you can't communicate, yeah. I'm an introvert, extrovert myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people, but I like to be outside.
That's it. Yeah. That's all
I'll
right.
be in a whole crowd of people, but I only talk to one person. It'd be like, I used to go on the block and I would be over there talking to my homeboy. If somebody else came and interrupted, I'd be like, bro, it's time for me to go. They conversation just throw me off. They energy throw me off. I don't even want to be around no more. You know, I can't tell people where to go, but I know how to excuse myself from a situation that's not beneficial to me. So I make logical decisions every day that seem emotional.
Right. Wow.
It's saying emotional to an emotional person, an emotional thinker. But
So
think what's going on.
Yeah.
Logic.
I like to make logical decisions with an emotional undertone. So that way I stay safe.
Yeah.
Because I'm a
I
Virgo.
like that.
I don't mind hurting people's feelings. So it's like, hey, you sure you want to pick this down?
Yeah.
This dude right here, man.
So sometimes, so when you think logical, right? When you think logical, and sometimes you're breaking it down, right? You simplifying. So sometimes when you break down and you're thinking logically, sometimes you don't feel like sometimes it can oversimplify and you miss out, like you make a wrong decision by being so logical.
Do I feel like you're asking me that?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I feel that I'm a pretty good judge of character. So I read the room all the time, so I know how to respond and when to respond. That's why people often tell me, well, what do you Mr. Know-It-All? Like, well, I appreciate you thinking that way of me. Because obviously whatever it is that I'm giving off, you feel that way.
Yeah.
But I know how to, like, I haven't made it this far in life without, you know, either learning from my own mistakes or learning more of it from others. So just knowing how to respond. Right. Same thing when it comes to, like, you know, different Bible questions. I'm not a Bible scholar. I mean, as of now, you know, I've been practicing Buddhism. You guys know that. Right. So my question to you earlier was going to be about Omar and Tamar. Well, Onan and Tamar, when, you know, these are people in the Bible, and he slept with his dead brother's wife, but he pulled out when he was about to ejaculate, and God didn't like it, so he killed him. Right. So was that like an emotional, like, decision that God made, or a logical decision?
It was logical because he had to fulfill the prophecy.
Okay.
So Old Testament talks about, you know, it gives you an example of what the, you know, it leads to the New Testament. So everything has to happen for a reason. It has to continue. So that's how I believe it. You know, whatever happened then first, it has to continue on. It has to be fulfilled.
So let me ask you this: is what you believe real?
To me, it is. Yes.
That's
if you believe in it, do you know? Do you know?
That's faith.
Or
that is a thing not known. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know?
Huh?
That's do you know what color your brain is? Or do you believe that it's pink? Or you believe that it's white? You know, we gotta ask. You gotta ask them guys. I seen this. The reason I went there because I seen this post with this old Jamaican dude. He was like, believing is not real. And I understood his logic in that, because you're believing into something that hasn't happened yet. You got faith in something that you haven't seen.
How you gonna feel when it do happen? When he returns? When he returns?
When who return? Oh man, who gonna return? Right, ain't nobody coming back. If they ain't came back in all this time, ain't nobody coming back, man. This is an energy. You gotta remember something, bro. You are energy. You are not a human. You're not you're a spiritual being, bro. You are energy. You're not. This is not no cartoon or some movie that they done created. Oh, he coming back to save it, man.
Wait a minute. I ain't say he coming back to save. I ain't say, you putting words in my mouth.
If he
might, cause logically, he's not gonna take y'all.
Let me ask you this. Logically thinking. I want you to think logically. Put the facts, the pros and the cons together. How many times have you heard an old person say we living in our last days?
A lot.
How many times you heard the person say that?
A lot. I've even said it. And I ain't old. I'm 50. I've heard a lot of people say
But the thing is, though, how can you be living in your last days if you steady creating new things? You're creating, man. You're the creator of your whole, you're the CEO of your life. So how do you come to an end when you are creating? Make that make sense. You got to make it make sense, man. If you're creating.
Because even when you create, it's going to come to an end. That's why.
What's going to come to an end if you keep on updating the system?
You just said.
If you keep updating the system, keep updating the system. Let me see it come to an end when you press the update button.
Is it going to come to an end? When you create.
Only time it'll stop is when your spirit is your body. That's the only time it'll stop. And I guarantee you, this world will continue without you. That is the only time it'll end. You're gonna end. That's it. But the world,
is it gonna be me or my
it's going down, baby.
Is it gonna be me or my
2063? Say, man, in 2063, man, black people gonna be running the whole thing, man. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you about it. Hey, I'll come visit you, coach, when it's my time. Yeah, you talking about it coming to an end. Mine ain't coming to an end. I do not believe that. You can talk yourself into being sick. If you say I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. You say that every day. What are you going to be tomorrow? Tired.
Yeah. Speaking into
you're going to be. Oh, I can't exactly.
I think what's going on here. This is what I hear when I hear y'all speak, and y'all say y'all be thinking logically, right? But when I hear y'all speak, y'all pick and choose. Like y'all take some of it and you speak on it. Speak on the Bible all the time. All three of you speak on the Bible all the time, and speak on the realness of it. And then in the next sentence, you contradict yourself. You say, I mean, that's just what I be getting. You know, y'all will speak on it, and you say, hey, he, or even my higher power, my spirit, you take some of it, and you speak on it. But, you know, to each his own. I'm going to believe it all the way through, from the beginning to the end.
Okay.
You know,
man, we're getting some logical thinking going
on. It's a win-win for me. It's a win-win for me. If it's wrong, I'm still good, right?
Yeah.
I'm better today. Either he done it or the universe, whatever, how y'all say the universe, the universe. Again, you know, I'm still good. I'm better. I just believe another way. We good with that?
Another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it still boils down to logical or emotional. And like Mike asked me, or whether Mike or Spock, he said, are you thinking logically or emotionally? And I was truthful. I'm thinking emotionally because with the part that he played in my life, the part that he's done in my life, the higher part that I choose to call Christ, God, all in one.
And I can dig it.
Now, we good though. We still love each other. I love you for who you are.
That's it. That's how that goes, man.
Yeah.
So, you know what's up? What's the difference in what you you believe emotionally in the Bible. All of us believe in the Bible to an extent. But the Bible is a book of morality. You're going to find moral scriptures or things that's going to lead us in the right direction throughout the Bible. But then the people who wrote the Bible basically use that to control us.
Okay.
We think it logical from the fact that I know that the people that colonized us and brought religion around the world didn't do it for our benefit. They did that to control us. Because the person that tells you if I slap you, you turn the other cheek is the same person that's slapping you, right?
Ooh.
and he's telling you love your enemy as yourself. While he's the one that's fucking you up.
The enemy.
He wants you to love him.
We think it logically. Logically, I know the enemy is telling me that I should be loving him. I'm not doing it because I'm thinking logical. Why am I going to love the person that's hurting me? And he's promising me a better life after I die. When heaven is here on earth. Because I choose to create my heaven. Just like I choose to create my hell. Everybody depending on the decisions that you make throughout your life, you are creating your heaven or your hell. No matter how you look at it. Because you're creating the good, you're creating the bad. So that's logically, that's the way I see it. Emotionally, you see it as what's written here is what it is. You know what God has done for you. You know your belief, and you stand on it. And I admire that. Yeah. I just don't see it the same way. Right. There are things in the Bible that I would tell anybody, go read the Bible. Yeah. In Proverbs, the whole book of Proverbs tells you how to run your finances and how to run your life. Yeah. Right?
So that's a good book.
It is. Every book is talking about morality. It's all telling you about how to live a good life and what can happen if you don't live a good life.
So that's the part I'm saying. That's the part I'm saying.
About the Bible, but I don't believe in it for the same reason that you do.
Right. And that's all that I'm saying, that you pick and choose. I ain't gonna pick it. I'm gonna take it all. You say the book of Proverbs is a good book. I say
a book of life.
The book of Psalms is a good book. So that's a good book too, ain't it?
Yeah, but so is the book of Revelation.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And Genesis and Exodus. Yeah.
Hey, I'm amazed at how much y'all know about it, though.
But the thing is, I said that I didn't know the Bible.
Yeah, I'm amazed at how much you know about it. So at some point in your life, it did you some good.
Yeah, it did me some good. I use it as rolling paper. I'm just saying, the Bible is good, and the Bible is like anything else. Like, the Bible works for who works it. It's kind of like, school, anything else. I know that you can't logic your way through emotions.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
Wait. You can't logic your way through emotions.
Right.
You can't logic your way through emotion. So if you're emotional, you can't logically get out of it. That's what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
I think I can.
How?
I believe I can. If I'm emotional, I'm not going to stay there. I'm not going to stay stuck in it. So I will commit to think logically and say, hey, man, this ain't a good place for you. Think about it. If you stay here feeling this, you're not going to be able to do this. So that's me logically getting out of that emotion.
Right. Okay. You have to logically get out of your emotions sometime or another.
And y'all want me to logically get out of my emotion about this, which I probably won't.
No. We don't want you to do anything that's going to be hindrance to your growth, brother. We don't want none of that. We want you to succeed in all facets of your life, man.
I know.
Yeah, don't ever take that advice from anybody, man. Yeah, emotionally, I'm staying stuck. To my man.
What's Fox say?
I said, I want you to fail. I want you to start eating bacon again.
Oh, I did. I forgot to tell you, I did last week, man. God.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, you know that bacon be calling coach, man. That bacon be like Chris Rock. It just be calling.
You do it. I don't be thinking logically.
Hey. And you do it unintentionally, though. I know it. I know you do it unintentionally. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even thought about. It's like, shit, that smell good, baby. Go ahead and throw that in my plate. Let me get a double slice of that. You sure got that pork smelling good in there. No, man, we gonna be all right, man. Once we I just say more and more every day, man. Everybody just, become more self-aware. That's an emotional thought, but being self-aware, man, of what makes you move, what makes you get angry, what all of these type of things, brother. And I feel like, we'll have a better life and a better understanding of people because we're so in tune with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some people go to the Apollo Theater and they said nobody's gonna make me laugh. Every time you come up there playing in the Apollo, they gonna boo you off the stage.
Yeah.
Because they coming up there giving you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You better be that one. You better be but you see how them people don't let them throw them. I done seen one person get booed in the beginning, but kept going and then brought that vocal up. And then everybody say, ooh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
she got range. Yeah, she got some range. Made that happen, made that trans because she became aware at that moment. She said, I gotta bring out the big hitter right now. Because if I don't say this part, everybody's gonna think that I didn't succeed. You know what I'm saying? But she turned her life around in the middle of a song. Basically what I'm saying. Well, her performance, she turned her performance, not her life, but she turned her performance. Well, because she did go on to make a song. I think I forgot her name, but she went on to make some music too. But that's the thing about life, man. It gives you the opportunity to perform. And then if you don't perform when it's basically time, you're gonna be stuck, man. You're gonna be stuck in that same position for a while. Instead of turning pages, you got people reading the same chapter over and over again and being stagnant and don't even realize it. Because they bought a new outfit, they feel like their whole life unchanged. Now I got on new clothes and new shoes. Shit, I'm a brand new person. No, not with that same old mindset.
Kind of like when somebody goes to the bar.
When they go to where?
When you go get your hair cut, you feel like a brand new person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thinking you done. Yeah, I'm brand. Boy, I'm looking fly. I'm fresh. But you got the same mindset. Yeah, you got the same mindset. You got to accept people where they are, man. And then just at the same time, you can't allow them to play with you either. Because some people will try you until it's like, bro, won't you give it up? Won't you stop?
Yep.
And then when you say something, they like, what? What you mean? What you talking about? Now you playing the victim. Now you the victim. It's like you gotta understand. Some people are out here just to steal your energy, steal your thunder, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta pay attention to who we're dealing with and who's around in our circle. They say the 5 people that you hang around the most is pretty much where you're gonna be in life.
Wow.
So
That's good.
I try my best to be around 19 Keys and Yaki Awaken. I try to keep them guys tuned in. Billy Carson. It don't say you have to be in the same room with them, but the people that's in your head every day,
In your ear
they have to
gate.
be smart. In your ear gate.
I think that should be
And your heart too. So you gotta accept them and believe that they're speaking truth.
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think there's like 3 of them. There's logical thinking, there's emotional thinking, and then there's human logic. I mean, human logic is like, we cut trees down that make paper to write on the paper, save the trees. Like,
Oh wow. Yeah.
And I can dig it, man. I totally understand. But I know myself, man, to where I'm getting more and more in tune with me, that where I'm not letting nothing throw me off my pivot. I'm not being distracted, as much as I used to be distracted. I'm still distracted at some point, but for the most part, if I've been around a person for over a year and they still not progressing and they still waiting on the man to come out the sky, it's like
They got to move forward though. They can't just wait.
It's time for me to find something else to do, man. If you still waiting on a savior, it's time for me to find something else to do, because you're not logically thinking on, I'm running out of time. Time is ticking. And if you don't value that, to learn every single day. You don't value the time that you have on this planet. You're waiting on somebody to feed you, spoon feed you. People ain't spoon feed nobody no more, bro. It don't happen like that.
Yeah.
You know, but the internet has made people believe that what a man should do and what a woman should do. Yeah. And half of them have never seen a real man or a real woman. You just see it on TV or you just see it on your phone. You know, you think that person is the real one just because they talking like that. Yeah. And you don't know their personal life. Dude might not take care of his kids, but he's saying he'll take care of a woman, but you don't even take care of your kids. So how can you take care of a woman? That's not even yours.
Wow.
Take care of, you know, when you see people out here doing things, bro, it just gets stranger and stranger to me that everybody is perfect now, you know. Mm-hmm. And I know damn well there's not no perfect world, man.
And on Instagram,
so how can you get on? Yeah, on Instagram it is. Yeah, you get your 5 minutes of fame every time you speak. You saying something. Oh, that's a real dude. No, that's why I try my best to be transparent in half of the things that I'm speaking about. Yeah. In the other half, I really want to be just, you know, try to make it to where everybody can understand it. But for the most part, if the truths be about me, I give you the truth about me all day. Because I'm not ashamed of nothing that helped me grow to the person that I am today. A friend of mine, I was speaking with my friend in Dallas the other day, and she was like, "Man, you have always been able to come in a room, own the room, you know, control situations that you were involved in because that's just who you've been. You know, it's like my mama raised me to always be excited, you know, don't ever you see like that one time the basketball player, he was looking down, he had missed a shot or he did something and his teammate lifted his head up for him. Yeah. And that's what kind of mother I had, you know. Hey baby, come here. Things ain't gonna go right all the time. These people that you call your friends are gonna be there when you get older. See, I had that in my head when I was young because she kept instilling in that in me that your friends today, when y'all get older, you're not gonna even know them. Yeah. So don't get so attached to something that is of the world. That's in your book too, ain't it, Coach? That's in the book too, ain't it? Don't love the world. Don't love the world or worldly things. Yeah.
It's just like you didn't know that I stopped smoking weed. I said I stopped smoking weed with black people because they like the problem.
You say you didn't finish the statement, huh? I stopped smoking weed with black people. Oh, my fault. I forgot to tell y'all that.
That part.
Oh man.
The takeaway is, man, try thinking with your head and your heart so you can make well-rounded decisions. Because, see, the logical thinking got advantages and disadvantages. The emotional thinking got advantages and disadvantages. I think, and what I'm seeing is if you use both, if you know when to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you can combine them. And really, I don't want to be over analytical, but I do want to analyze the situation. You know, I don't want to dwell in my feelings, but I do want to feel that's like that inner feeling that you have, like that gut feeling that you have. You know, so I follow it. I follow both. You know, and just moving forward, I'd like to want to be able to know how to combine the two to make a more well-rounded decision in whatever I decide.
That's good. Yeah. But now, you know, it's been another great show, man, and this conversation can go on for another hour because of the day-to-day logical and emotional thoughts that we have and doing in our day-to-day, you know. So it's like, bro, we gotta go, y'all, because we gotta go. Hey, we gotta go. I'll just be on some more shit. Hey, Coach, give me something good, man. Give me something good, logical. Give me something logical.
Take initiative to change your mindset. take initiative, be proactive about changing your mindset, whether it be logical, emotional, or you needing to combine the two.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
All right, Mike.
Well, fellas, when we're dealing with people, you got to use your emotions. You got to be empathetic to people. You have to show love. You have to care about others. But you have to be logical in the way that you deal with them. You got to think your way through it. You can't just be out there giving out all of your energy to bloodsuckers. You got to use your logic and know when to get away from it and preserve your own energy.
Wow. All
like
right.
That.
That's the spot.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Watch your energy thieves. Watch them energy thieves, baby, because they outside. Yeah, the energy thieves are outside. Go ahead, Spock.
I want to say that you won't go to hell for masturbating, and you can still get into heaven if you watch porn. That's it. That's the story. Now, I want to say the calmer you are, the clearer you think. So move with strategy and not emotions.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I like it, man. Hey, man, that's all I can do, man, is sit here and just tell you, man, watch your energy thieves and think logically before you start a debate with somebody that you love, man, because it might end up in a manner that where somebody's not happy anyway. I ain't gonna say both parties. One party might not be happy until or be upset until a later date. Until they realize that other person is totally gone. So logically, we really should take our relationship serious with business partners and with your mate. But emotionally, you're always going to have those emotional feelings. But just think logically about what decisions that you really want to make emotionally. So logically, think about your emotional decisions. That's what I can say.
That's it. I like that.
Yeah, logically think about your emotional decisions. But man, until next week, man, y'all come back and join us, man, because we out here self-development. We out here bringing awareness to different topics that hopefully we making you think in a deeper mindset that instead of this shallow thinking, because shallow thinking gives you So, thinking logically will definitely transform you into a greater person. Till the next week, y'all. We out of here. Peace. All right. That's it.